President. I appreciate that. I would be more than happy to respond to my good friend and colleague. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your bill. Thank you for your statement. There is no question this is in the national interest. Absolutely none. So I rise today to join my fellow Republican colleagues and then extend the arm of cooperation to our friends across the aisle. I want to express my deep disappointment in this administration's repeated delay of final approval of the Keystone pipeline. And I hope that what the senator has indicated will come true, that if in fact it is the wish of the majority leader to at least bring up an energy bill, and hope that he would not limit it, hope he would have amendments to it, and then with the support we have within the Congress, we could get going on something that is truly a Jobs Act as well as a National Security Act. The irony should not be lost on anyone that while those on the other side continue messaging and talking about supposed government solutions to our high national unemployment rate, including emergency unemployment insurance, income inequality, minimum wage, while we have a project right before us waiting for approval, it would create tens of thousands of jobs, and all without using one dime of taxpayers' money. If you want an actual solution to unemployment, here it is. Provide eager Americans with a full-time job making well over the national minimum wage. That is a jobs package. Now, regarding the pipeline's environmental soundness, the senator has been absolutely correct. Just last June, the president indicated he would not grant final approval of Keystone Pipeline if it would exacerbate carbon emissions. The good news is this. Mr. President, the State Department has already indicated the construction of the pipeline will have no measurable impact, no measurable impact on increasing global carbon emissions. So from an economic standpoint, it's a no-brainer. And from the scientific conclusions reached by this administration's own State Department regarding the environmental soundness of the project, it's a no-brainer. At the end of the day, the Canadian oil sands are going to be developed. That's a fact. The real question is, will that oil be shipped overseas? Will it be transported to the U.S. by rail, or will it travel by pipeline? In fact, transporting oil via pipeline is the most environmentally sound way to do it. Lastly, and this plays into the larger discussion we are having about the escalating issues, Mr. President, with regard to the Middle East and Ukraine and Russia reverting again to a growling bear, why not send a strong message to the rest of the world, more especially to Russia, that we are serious about energy security? At last, energy independence. That we will work with our friends in Canada to start challenging nationally run oil cartels as to who can supply our friends with needed energy. Now, because while the larger energy discussion regarding situations unfolding around the world are focused mostly on LNG, Russia's influence goes well beyond natural gas. We should understand that. Just look at our own data produced by the Energy Information Administration, which shows that Russia is second only to Saudi Arabia in net exports of oil. So this is our opportunity from a national security standpoint to send an important message at the time of despotic governments wishing to wield power by controlling the flow of energy is coming to an end. Let's allow this project to be the first step in, hopefully many towards showing that we are serious as a government about achieving North American energy security. Again, this project has been reviewed, as been noted by my distinguished friend, for over 5 years, with 5 environmental impact statements concluding it's safe. This project makes sense economically, environmentally, and from a national security perspective. What does not make sense, is yet another treading water non-decision, another delay beyond the fall elections. With regard to our national energy policy, time is long overdue for the United States to lead by leading. Mr. President, approve the pipeline. To the majority leader, let us have an amendment if, in fact, we do go to energy policy. It will be in the best interest of every state in the Union, every American, our national security, and our energy policy as well. Thank you again for your leadership, Senator. I really appreciate it.
Mr. President.
Senator from North